Does anybody have any water? I need water. There's some right there. Hopefully this will get me there. Oh, you dick ass game. Are you kidding me? Okay, hopefully these last two will be able to do it. I have water. Let me see if this is going to work for me, though. This is going to take me a 10, 100%. There we go. Got it. Alright, and let's craft this. Fuck yeah. Okay, oh, I have to equip the shocking lodestone. It's just bad design. Okay. So that's done. And now I need to, I guess, turn this back in. Okay, let me put everything else away and then I'll teleport over there and do it. Okay, oh my god, there's so much extra stuff that I have in here. What can I get rid of? I guess I can just get rid of my green wood, right? I'll get rid of half of my green wood, and I'll also get rid of half of my rawhide. There we go. Okay, that should be more than enough space. That away. Do I need to hold on to this one? No, I don't. I want to get rid of that one, put that away for now. Okay, I think I've got pretty much everything I need. Put all this stuff away too, might as well. Okay, let's teleport over. It's 135, that's a lot. Ooh. There's one over there too. I can see it. Dude, it's so fucking badass that I can get these trees now. Like, I remember I was never able to get these in the beta because it would just take too long. This is it. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I think I actually get something good from this too. I forgot what it was, but it was something that is good. It's like a ring or a necklace or an earring or amulet, something like that. Alright, here we go. But right, yeah, this place is really particle intensive, let's just say that. So I can pull maybe one more of these. Okay. I might as well kill these and skin them while I'm here. What skill do people need to make things straight from ironwood? Like really, really high. That's why maybe nobody's buying my stuff. Or it could also be because it's ridiculously overpriced. It's probably one or the other. Let's see what this is. 20 dexterity. That's good. I don't know if I should use that over mine or not. Let me see where I'm at. 32 dexterity. So if I'm at 32, could I realistically get to save for max gear score? Well, I have a 510 ring. Yeah, I get 5% crit at 50. That's really good. I'm just thinking it would be realistic for me to go for that. So where am I at again? Oh, I'm at 32? Oh, 32 is probably not going to happen. Yeah. Like, I think I'd need, like, 590 gear in order for me to have, like, the item level budget for that. By the way, if you're trying to craft with the ironwood, and you want, like, I'll if I know you, I'll probably give it to you. But if we haven't played together or anything, I'll sell it to you for a cheap price. Since apparently, like, I'm the only person on the server that can craft it right now, or gather it right now, I mean. That would probably change in a couple of days. Why do you interrupt your logging? To refresh the chance on the proc for the constitution bonus to instantly cut down a tree. It's pretty cheesy, but it works. Okay, so they say there's a boss after this.
You continue to raise my expectations. It would be difficult for me to destroy you if you were to betray the angry Earth's trust. But I do not think you are a betrayer. If I'm wrong, I will simply dedicate my eternal life to hunting you down. It's done.
Give me a second then.
The angry Earth is trusting in you. You may enter the Motherwell and infect it. A word of warning. The Sanctuary Guardian will attack any non-angry Earth creature who enters. As the Motherwell is one of our great treasures, so the Guardian is one of our great weapons. Can you ask a snake to sweeten its venom, or a blackberry bush to sheathe its thorns? No. The Sanctuary Guardian was created to guard the Sanctuary. None of us can be asked to act against our nature. Yes, if you prevail against the Tempest, you will be forgiven. But you will have to bear the entire burden. The fate of Eternum rides with you.
Alright, go ahead. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna use it now. It's 5 minutes, that's plenty of time. Let's go. There it is. Just kill it. Oh, this is gonna take fucking forever, dude. This is gonna take more than 5 minutes, probably. This is also a huge pain in the dick, because you can't hit him from here. Where's the boss? He's over there. Yeah, this was really annoying. I don't know if I can even kill him in 10 minutes. Like, I can try, but like, this is gonna be rough, man. Especially with like respawns and shit too. Port over. Yeah, I mean, good luck. This shit's like no joke. It's gonna take ages? Yeah, I know. I can't see anything really. Yeah, he's gone down only like 5%, man. This is so hard. Maybe I should just go back into melee again. It's so hard to see him too, because like it's like I'll walk away from him and then like the camera will like zoom in and I can't really see like what's happening right now. So like I like realistically can't solo him. And I'm like getting desynced against the rock. Well, it's not even like the neon green colors, like that's annoying, but like that's not really what's going on, why it's a problem. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill this thing. Because the blighted is gonna, like, what's gonna happen is that, so obviously, like, it does, like, ridiculous fucking damage. It's a big problem. And, like, also, like, the whole area is just, like, really, it's, like, hard to even tell, like, what's happening. I can't, like, really properly move my character. Now my blight resistance is going down, so I have to wait until he does the empower ability. And then after he does the empower ability, I should be able to use another potion. He's gotta do it soon, though. Okay. Well, this is just fucking garbage. I'm blighted now. I just can't see anything. I'm just gonna die. Let me zone out. What a shitty game. Holy fuck, what a bad game. Alright, so I think I'm probably gonna die here. Let's see what happens. Shitty game because you can't 1v1 a mob that the group's designed for. Yeah, I think it is shitty. I think it's shitty the fact that I can't use a potion unless it's in my on my hotbar, and by opening up my inventory, I automatically am I get hit and it automatically closes the inventory. I think that's shitty. I also think that, let's see. It's just crazy, man. It's absolutely fucking crazy. Whoever designed a boss stage should stay away from future boss fights. Yeah, I mean, you're just a fucking idiot if you think that's good. You're fighting a gigantic boss in an area that's brighter than a fucking glow stick. And on top of that, the terrain is hard to even discern what's up and what's down because of all of the foliage that obscures your vision of what the terrain even is. On top of that, the boss has an AoE ability that completely like renders like a third of the room useless. It's just crazy how there's rocks. You can't get on the rock. The rock doesn't do anything for you. It's just crazy to me. It's meant to be hard and dark. Part of the mechanic, but the streamer expects 20-30-second piece of content you can do. Complain about lack of content. If it's supposed to be hard, if part of the content is that you can't see what's going on, then whoever thought that was a good idea, you should fire them and get somebody who's not a retard designing the game. It's that simple. Yeah, that's it. Like, it's not fun to not know what's going on. New World Endings. I just permabanned like 3 of them. Like, any of them that think that's good design, I'll just permaban them because they're just stupid. I mean, they don't know anything about the game. It's just, it's awful design. White tinctures and angry earth coatings. If you have fire staff flamethrower, you can easily knock down the boss. Here's the problem with that. Is that it's never going to be viable to actually do something like that when it's so easy to just, oh, let me go ahead. I'm going to put on my sword and shield, I guess. I'm not really sure what I should do here. Like, maybe I can put on this necklace, and this will give me more threat, and I can keep aggro off of you guys. I think that's the best options. Always chatter resistant can be contrarians. I just permaban them, that's all. I don't even think about it. They're just stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. So, let's move up and we'll go ahead and try and pull again. Do we have any more blight tinctures? Blight's annoying. Yeah, like the idea, like the blighted mechanic is just stupid. It's just, it's bad. Give one to Lloyd too. And for my different opinions, kind of weird. Twitter level shit. It's not having a different opinion. It's just being stupid. It's just dumb. Read about classic Andes moving to New World. Yeah, they're just stupid. I don't want to read stupid people's opinions. Like, to me, if I feel like somebody's stupid, I just permaban them. I don't even think about it. Because I don't want to read stupid people's messages. Okay, should be good. I'll give this like one try, and then if it doesn't work, we'll just make a group for it tomorrow or something. You can remove blight from the game, and the game's the exact same, except you just have one potion slot. Yeah, exactly. Well, can you even go through this? So you can't go through it, right? No. Okay, so bottles, just let me get aggro at the beginning and then you can start attacking. We've got 10 minutes, let's do it. Let me pull these mobs first. Okay, I think I might have figured out a way to bug him out. I just, like, I'm stuck. I can't see where I'm going because of the room. Like, this is just... He's gonna reset if you do that. Oh, okay. I should just gonna go to me. What was I thinking? Of course. Use the rock to cheese him? No, it won't work. Like, this is just so bad. Like, it's like Capra Demon, but the dogs keep respawning. I'll get you. It's fine. Okay. Okay. I can't move because of these. This is just so bad. Like, how is this even real? What's our timer right now? Oh, he's dead again. He reset. This isn't gonna work. We can't do it. This is just, it's not worth it. Let's go. It's like, I don't even know what to say, you know, like... What are you killing for exactly? It's part of the quest. It's just so bad, like, I don't understand, like, how... Holy fuck, man. It's just crazy. Like, how is that even real? He's overtuned? The thing is, like, I'll go make tons of blight potions. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Like, what? Wait, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, what's my character doing? Oh, there we go. Angry earth coatings help for damage. The problem is not the health of the NPC, and it's not really the damage that the NPC does. It's the way the mechanics work and the way that the environment makes the fight harder in a way that's not fun. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you bring in 10, yeah, try bringing 10 people in there and then tell me that's good design. It's just, how do you get stuck on a random bush? Yeah, or a random branch or something. Like, it's just... Holy fuck, it's just... It's so bad. Like, I don't understand. This game is good and fun to play. Why do people enjoy complaining so much? Fat Scoffy, what level are you? What level are you, Fat Scoffy? Cave needs to be way bigger, yeah. You're 56? All you've done for like the past entire stream is defend this game. And you think that Twitch is bad for video games? Like, I'm gonna read your logs. I'm gonna pull your logs up right now. Boss isn't meant to be soloed, that's why the fight looks so weird. Explain to me how having more people would make it look better. Explain that to me right now. Go ahead. We're waiting. Look at that. A stupid commenter, another stupid New World Andy that has no idea what they're talking about, gets asked to explain why they think something is good, and they can't. You put a message? Oh. He wouldn't be running around like this chicken with you having to tank that way while you were assault coursing around the room. Yeah, he would. And if you knew anything about the way the mechanics work on that NPC, you would know that. But you don't know that because you don't know how the NPC works. Let me explain how it works. So this is the same NPC that exists. So there's a boss, and he's like right about here. So I think he's like right about, yeah, he's right about here. And he's a world boss that you have to kill. And there's also a boss at the top of the tower here called Malevolence, that's his name. And the way that the world boss works is he spawns a bunch of like brambles and trees around him. And it's a mechanic that you have to move really far away from. No, I don't at all, but he's not a solo boss. So you don't know what you're talking about then. Because if you knew what you were talking about, you would know that causing the boss to move around is an inevitability based off of his mechanics. Because you would have to move away from the boss whenever he casts that because it does continuous damage. But you don't know anything about the game. And you don't even know that you don't know. But you're so encouraged and you're so enthusiastic to spend hours today on my stream telling me how I'm wrong. You don't know anything about the game. And you're talking shit, and you have no clue what you're talking about. So the NPC would cause you to move around no matter what. I'm talking about he isn't a solo boss, that's what I'm talking about. How do I not know what I'm talking about that? Because you said he wouldn't be, you said this, the boss is meant to be solo, that's why the fight looks so weird. I asked you why would it not look weird, and then you said he wouldn't be running around. And then I said that he would be running around because the mechanic causes you to have to move back and kite him. Which then you said, well, that's because he's not a solo boss. But you said he's not a solo boss because he doesn't look weird, and if the fight wasn't being soloed, he wouldn't be moving around. So you're using circular logic to defend your point. You understand? It's a complaint culture and sheep of Twitch, not you personally. The only sheep here is you. You don't even know what you're talking about. You've been complaining in here. You want to talk about complaint culture? All you've done here is complain about other people complaining. You've spent hours doing this. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're talking about other people complaining? You're sitting here for hours complaining about other people, but you don't even realize, you not have the self-awareness to know that you're part of that. That's you. You are the complainer right now. It's the entitled kids and streamers, no offense. You're sitting here on Twitch. How can you be so stupid? You spend 4 hours in a chat room complaining about other people, and then you have the audacity to sit here and complain and tell me that the problem is people who complain. Well, you know what? I agree. See if he said anything. I said isn't, but yeah. Wait, what? It isn't meant to be soloed. So the implication of your statement is that if he wasn't being soloed, the fight wouldn't look weird. You understand that, right? That's the way that the English works. That's the way the English language works. So the implication with your statement is that he isn't meant to solo, that's why it looks weird. So that means that if he wasn't being soloed, it wouldn't look weird. And then if you go down here, and he said he wouldn't be running around like a headless chicken, but he would, because you would have to move back for his attack, which would cause him to reposition. Do you understand? Stun lock? Yeah, I'm addressing something. So you understand that, like, even inside of your own logic, you're wrong. Yeah, you must agree it wouldn't be such a weird feeling if you were grouping it rather than soloing it. No, it would be the opposite. It would be even worse, because you're trying to combine even more people in the same size of a space that's not designed for it. And on top of that, you have body blocking that each player is in. Are you really going to tell me that it would not be more awkward with 10 people? You played long enough to know that? Look at Rex Troy's solo videos. What does that even mean? Yeah, can you explain what you mean by that? Yes, I know the room is small. I could see that. It's clear for all to see. What I'm disputing is the fight wouldn't feel so weird for you having to kite a world boss. Explain the rest. No, you don't. You would have to kite him anyway, because you don't even. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are you so stupid? It is incredible. How are you so stupid? You don't even know. You know so little about the game. You don't even know what you don't know. The boss mechanic literally makes you kite him. You understand that? I've got no idea, man. Holy fuck, dude. This is what I was saying about people that play this game, dude. He's not a smart man, leave him alone. You should shut the fuck up if you don't know what you're talking about. If I say something stupid, I have everybody calling me out. You're gonna come into chat, you're gonna call, like, I've been having to read fucking comments for like hours today from these fucking morons that think that bad design is good. You know, you sit there calling me stupid and personally attack me. I haven't tried to offend or insult you at all. Yeah, you have. What do you mean? It's done nothing negative for gaming, no point in discussing it. But you're saying that like I'm bad for gaming. The game is good though. WoW is exactly like this. Kids these days, entitled little cunts. What do you mean? Like I can literally pull up your logs. We can literally pull up your logs, man. You didn't insult. What? How are you? What's wrong with you, man? Is this what happened whenever somebody microwaves their brain? I'm gonna stop discussing it now. I'm taking you away from your stream. Sorry. Didn't intend to have an argument. Watch you daily. Love your content. I just don't understand like how you would say that this is like. Let's see what he said in my main channel. You've never typed in my chat. And you created your account on September 28th, 2021. And you followed me on the same day. Only watches New World, yeah. It's a New World Andy. Holy fuck, dude. I've never spoken in the main channel. I don't think bad design is good. Well, here's the thing. The context round was not aimed at you. It is though, because the implication, like, I don't want to read these anymore. I don't want to read this. This is just so stupid. I'm losing brain cells even discussing this. Okay. Let's see. What I need to go. I'm gonna cut down a few more of these. I have to go to bed. Holy fuck. Like I don't know what it is about like MMOs that just like attract these people. Bullying chatters? No, like people come into my chat, they say stupid shit constantly, literally for hours. Yeah, I'm gonna call them out. Like, don't type something in chat unless you want like people to respond to it. It's just so weird. Like of course you're gonna get called out if you just continuously spam stupid shit in chat over and over and over. Like absolutely I will call somebody out for that. It's annoying to read. You give him the attention? I don't think he wants that type of attention. I don't think most people do. Kind of humiliated the guy? Good. I hope I did. Should think twice before you just type stupid shit in chat that you don't even think about or know about. I think I'm gonna try to get the hatchet, the max level hatchet next week, tomorrow. Yeah. Is there anything you said really deserving of all the vitriol? Absolutely. You spend 4 hours in a chat trying to like invalidate everything that I'm saying with like these weird overarching statements about Twitch. And then it turns out that you actually just don't know what you're talking about at all. Yeah, you absolutely deserve to be humiliated. 100%. Absolutely. Since when I was there, 2 occasions in 4 hours, bit difference. Yeah, I remember reading his comments. Where are the... I want to get 90. I want to get 200. I'm so close to getting 200. Probably aren't rich. It's a $40 game. I actually like things that people hate. I think that like what the usual reality is that people that are saying stuff like that just don't know what they're talking about. That's all there is to it. There's not like any more to it or any more like logic or anything besides that. Can you unban me? No. If you got banned, there was probably a good reason for it. There it is, boys. 200. God damn. Holy fucking shit, man. Yeah, I just hope that people understand that whenever you defend a bad game, you get a bad game. Like, that's what happens. If you make excuses and defend the game and try to push down or discourage people from giving feedback, you're gonna get a bad game. That's what's gonna happen. Devs should fix the jumping animation while logging. Yeah. Yeah, the game should not work this way. Am I gonna do mage shower time walking? Yeah, at some point. People who defend new games just disappointed for games for so long. No, the thing is, it's not about like negative feedback or anything like that, or defending a new game. Like, I have no problem if somebody's defending a game, but most of the time the way that people do it is, at least in this case, right, is like they do it in a way of just fundamentally misunderstanding what's even happening, which is a lot different than like, oh, well, I like this game for whatever reason. Like, you tell somebody they're wrong about something and like you don't even know what you're talking about. That's a little bit different. Like, for example, like there's people that think that visibility in the game should be part of the difficulty. Like, they like games where it's like, oh, well, I don't really know what's going on, or it's like harder to see things. And like, in my opinion, I think like visibility is like not fun gameplay. So like, I can understand like somebody disagrees with that. It's like, yeah, I think it's a dumb opinion, right? But that's different than like saying that visibility envy. Yeah, it's just stupid. Read his last message, it'll explain some things. I forgot what the guy's name was. Menu account to start a new game. Can't wait for Zackrawrr. If you message me, if it's out there, I have PTSD from combat, which I developed psychosis, struggle with socially. I don't word things the best way. I apologize if I offended you. It wasn't my intention. I wasn't trying to argue or cause a big deal. Like, I just think that like the entire idea of like complaining about like people giving feedback is just a bad idea. Like, a lot of the people that are giving feedback, including myself, are people that want the game to get better, you know? It's the same probably as you. Like, we want to play a better game. I don't think that, like... I don't think the points that I was making or have made about the game are wrong at all. And to say that, like, Twitch is bad for the game or whatever, I think is the opposite. I think that it gives people a way to give like their unfiltered opinions about games, which a lot of developers don't really get access to, and I think that's a good thing. And it's really important for people to be able to give that feedback. Because like a lot of games, a lot of developers, I think, are, in my opinion, delusional, or they just don't really have the tools to really accurately get feedback. Like I think with like Blizzard devs, for example, like I think they're just delusional. They don't know what they're talking about, and they don't want to either. They want to live in their own world, and that's it. I think for other devs though, like it is important to see like kind of like if people are watching a game and it's just like taking forever to do something, and they're just people are just like constantly saying this is a boring game, this is bad, this is boring. Like that's really good feedback. Play New World, so shit and WoW devs. Well, there's some of the worst developers in any game. Like, it's one thing to make a bad game, but it's another thing to take a good game and make it bad. New World team to listen to a lot of previous feedback, previous betas actually are willing to listen. Yeah, and that's the thing is the New World team, this is a big positive with the New World team, is the fact that they've redesigned the game 3 times is an indication that they're listening to feedback. Like the New World team actually has listened to a lot of feedback, even feedback and things that I've said too. Things are bad, need improvement does not mean everything in the game is bad, or is the game is bad. Well, I think it depends, right? So, like, is the game bad? I think that everybody has to make that decision for themselves. Right? I think the game being bad is just, it doesn't really mean a whole lot, you know, if you say that, like, oh, the game's good or bad, like, what does that really mean? Developers continuously see people saying a game's boring or bad, and I agree New World is. Do you think they care if it's coming from people who are still playing it? Yeah, because a lot of times like that number gets smaller every day. It's like people were saying that they didn't like WoW and that WoW sucked and all this other stuff. And the developers just ignored it because they kept playing the game. But the truth is that they didn't. People slowly quit the game over time. So like if you just kind of, if you only listen to people that dislike, or sorry, that like you and that like the content, I think that you'll just have like a constantly shrinking user base. It's the same thing that happens with like streamers. This is another example. I think you guys have probably seen this before. Streamers that anybody who criticizes or disagrees with them in any way or says anything about their content at all, they get like excommunicated from the community, right? And I'm not talking about like I'll ban people that are just like constantly complaining or just, you know, talking shit. Like, yeah, sure, but like generally I do read feedback and I do listen to it. Like for example, there's a lot of people in my community, and it's hard to really gauge things because, like for example, I have a lot of people that are they're a part of my community, and they really just want to watch me play Final Fantasy. That's it. It's the same thing as people that would want to watch me play WoW. It's the same thing. So like they're always going to say that whatever the game is that I'm playing is bad because they just want to see me play Final Fantasy. And that's it. So they're just going to be negative about any game that I play that's not Final Fantasy. And like I know that. But at the same time, it's important to know that you have those people. And I think it indicates it's not really true. Whenever, like, the day that New World came out, I had over 100,000 people watching, which is more. I usually don't get 100,000 viewers every day, you know. Like, there's a lot of people that wanted to see the game, etc. So, like, the idea that, like, this is just actually some kind of, like, thing that nobody cares about is just, like, it's not true. So it's important to measure feedback and have an idea of, like, whenever you're getting feedback, like, how can I tell if this is legitimate or not? How can I tell if this is real or not? Where would I want you to play, Andes? Well, I think people want to have, like, the thing is, like, if I started playing FIFA on my stream all the time, people would be really frustrated about that and probably stop watching. A lot of people would, because they don't want to watch FIFA. But, is there a stream on, especially variety streams like Lyric, never make everyone happy? Yeah, it's definitely that's definitely the case. But, like, it's another thing is, like, it's a matter of kind of understanding content and understanding how people think. Like, for example, if I were to poll my viewers, I think that, like, and ask them if they'd want to watch Dungeons and Dragons, for example, I think that if I had to do, like, a poll on that, I would probably get, at worst, 50-50. And my expectation would be, like, 60 to 70% of people would say, yeah, we want to watch Dungeons and Dragons. You know, a lot of people would really, really want to see that. But what ends up happening is whenever I do it, I would lose a larger percentage of that viewership than the people that voted that said that they would do it. So, like, like 60% of people said they want to see it, but you lose 60% of your audience. So where'd the other 20% of people go? Well, it's simple. It's people that don't know what they want to see. They don't know that. So that's kind of like what I'm saying is, like, it's important to understand, like, what the difference is between, like, for example, like, I think they'll watch it anyway. No, they didn't, because people stopped watching. And that's the thing, is people will vote that they want to see something and then they won't watch it. It's always a mistake, I think, for streamers to ask their chat what they want and then take that at face value and then just do that. I think it's important to ask your chat what you want. 100% it is. But it's not necessarily the answer to what they do. What they say is not necessarily what they mean. So it's the same thing with the game too. It's like New World, they shouldn't necessarily do everything the community wants, but they should be able to have, like, some degree of, like, design intuition and design experience to be able to know what decisions and what things the community wants that are good ideas versus which things the community wants that are bad ideas. Does that make sense? So you have to have, like, experience to be able to decide whether something's a good idea or not. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. Let me see, actually, do I want to even do that? Do I want to teleport out? Maybe I should just keep doing these quests. Actually, if anything, I should go back over and do this. Scorpius mobs. It's only 67 to teleport over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Someone's good idea, someone else's bad idea. Yeah. Same thing in chat asking you to play Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's an amazing game, and people want to watch you play it to recreate the experience, but it's such a terrible game to stream. Yeah, exactly. And a streamer that has, like, experience and knows what they're doing would know that. And I think this is kind of the problem, right? Is, like, a good developer or a good streamer or whatever, anybody who's good at their job, basically, in general. It's hilarious. Fuck with me. Yeah, I mean, like, of course there's going to be people that are just like, haha, I said the opposite of the thing that is true because I'm like 12 or something like that. Yeah, of course you're going to have people like that. But that's not really, I didn't realize there's so much. I'm not going to fucking spend that much. It's ridiculous. Highway robbery. How big is a grind? It's pretty bad. I mean, by bad, it's big. Like, it's not a bad grind, but there's a lot of grinding required. Yeah, contrarians or like whatever. Is where game stream viewer, you miss it. You get, yeah. It's just like what I'm saying though is like, it's not a good idea to always listen to feedback, and it's not a good idea to never listen to feedback. And I think that experience teaches you which one is which and what the difference between the two things are. So there's a lot of people that like will give feedback that's really bad and they don't know really what they're talking about. But there's other people that give feedback that's really good, and sometimes people won't be able to realize that they're getting good feedback, and they'll just classify it as like hate or as like a detractor or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Well, people are bad at the game. Well, yeah, and that's another thing. Like, for example, I think with games, and this is like definitely an elitist perspective, but I think it's true. Like, everybody's opinion matters because everybody's playing the same game. But I think that if you're making statements about, like, for example, like Arena in Warcraft, like, I don't really talk a whole lot about Arena in Warcraft because I don't really do a lot of Arena. I'll get Gladiator, you know, get as high as I can, and then pretty much just stop playing the game until the next patch and do it again. Like, that's about it. So I don't really talk about it a lot. So like somebody like me, like my feedback on Arena and like my opinion on Arena matters to an extent because I'm a player of the game, and this is the way that somebody who plays the game feels about Arena. But like whenever you talk about like the nuts and bolts and like what's fair and what's not fair in Arena and what feels good and what feels not good, like what's overpowered and what's not, my opinion doesn't really matter that much. Like I don't really know what I'm talking about, and you know, they shouldn't take what I'm saying seriously. Because I just don't have the experience to know. And I think that's like kind of the that's the thing. So like whenever there's somebody who's like giving feedback and like telling me or saying something about the game, and they don't really know anything about the game, well then that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? So like that's kind of like, that's what the issue is people that just don't know what they're talking about. $12. These mobs are gonna take a long time to kill. Zackrawrr, that was new? No, these guys have been in the game for a long time. Who gets engineering from 1 to 100? I have no idea, man. Developers listen to people that don't know about 70% of the mechanics and stuff, get things adapted to them. Well, the thing is, like, if like, for example, so, like, there are some examples of, if, for example, a mechanic is avoidable or you can deal with a mechanic easily, if you're a, if you're like a top 5% player. But the other 95% of players, it's just an extremely annoying experience. I think that's probably a bad mechanic. That's the truth. And the fact is, like, if you're making a game that's frustrating for 95% of players, then that's bad. That's a bad thing. And so, like, you should listen to the feedback that casual players give, but you should make sure that you contextualize it inside of, like, what you're changing and why you're changing it. So it's a really, really hard thing to decide. And that's why I was saying, like, you have to have people that just understand what's going on. Like, a good example of this is like Days in Warcraft. So a good player knows, like, your character can't be dazed from behind. Like, it doesn't matter what happens, but, like, you can't have your character be dazed from behind. So if you don't like daze, all you have to do is turn your character towards that, and you will never get dazed from behind. It's like impossible to happen. It's like dividing by 0. So oh yeah, you can't get dazed from the front, excuse me, yeah. That's what I meant to say. So you can only be dazed from behind. But yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is, like, the thing with that is, like, so this is something that probably only, like, in my opinion, probably like less than 5% of players know. But daze is probably an annoying mechanic that affects everybody. So just because a good player can avoid the mechanic does not necessarily mean that the mechanic is good. That doesn't necessarily mean the mechanic should stay in the game just because a very good player can understand how to avoid it. So, like, daze is a mechanic that's just, yeah, tanks also can't get dazed, you're right. So I think there are some people that are like these, like, fake elitist Andes where they think that it's like some sort of, like, that, like, they earned the ability to, like, overcome this bad mechanic, and so because they've learned how to overcome a bad mechanic, everybody else who plays the game also has to learn how to overcome a bad mechanic. I'm gonna go kill this guy real quick. It's nice some people can justify getting abused. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like that, but, like, what I mean is a lot of the mechanics in the game are, you're describing meta, though? No, not really, and I think that's also, like, kind of what I'm saying is, like, there's a difference between the two things. The privilege of knowledge, yeah, exactly, but, like, if that knowledge, if, like, not knowing that just creates a frustrating outcome for a lot of people that play the game, like, I would argue that it's probably just bad design. Because, like, you shouldn't have a situation where such a large percentage of your audience is, like, frustrated and mad about playing the game. Like, it doesn't really matter about, like, what you think, like, they should know or shouldn't know. Like, it's just, it's not good to have that. That was close. Damn, I've really got to start avoiding that. Alright, no more getting hit. There we go. It's like the boss did before. Small room, big boss, camera issues, movement issues. Because idiots did it that way, then there isn't a problem anymore. I think that, like, in my opinion, I think that I would probably bet $10,000 that every single person that disagreed with my criticisms about the previous boss has never done it. Like every single one. Like I don't even think there's a single one. So it's not like it's not like anything else. Yeah, it's there's no clue or no chance. Probably true. Yeah, exactly. So it's not even that. It's people that like literally just don't like they don't know what they're talking about. Shouldn't think that. Why? It makes sense though, right? Because like it's an in-game boss. Like most people don't have the amount of time that I have to play the game. They probably didn't play the beta as far as I did because they probably don't have the amount of time to just invest into a beta. So it would logically make sense that they probably are not at the position that I'm at in the game because they just don't have the time to get there yet, right? That's kind of what would make sense. I think Days is intended to make the open world harder, right? How would you propose stopping people from avoiding the mobs in the world by mounting and outrunning them? And it'd be fun. I think just let them outrun the mobs. Do you really think it like so like do you think it makes the game more fun that somebody has to stop and kill an NPC that it didn't want to kill? Like what? Why? Yeah, that doesn't make the game more fun at all. It's an anti-kite mechanic. Well, that's the thing though, is like that's not even how kiting works in the game. So it doesn't even work as an anti-kite mechanic. I mean, they can actually do it. What does this say? What does this go say? Just because they read that they can kill the boss like this doesn't mean that they can actually do it. Oh no, I think that we can kill it, and we'll probably get a couple other people tomorrow and just do it in a 5-man group. We'll get the blight tinctures and just kill the boss. It's gonna be no big deal. Like it's annoying, like for sure it's annoying, but it doesn't really matter that much. Probably a bunch of people over here farming it. Yep. And this, gentleman, is why I did it the other day. Is because I knew as soon as this got popular, as soon as people started seeing how good this was, there would be a bunch of people sitting here waiting for it to spawn. Okay, I guess I've got to go do that too. Peril allowance was had enough. Yeah, I know. For example, it's gonna take 30 minutes, and then instead doesn't mean it's a good game or a good fight. Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like what I was saying about the, you guys teach casuals about the age mechanic or other hidden mechanics as trash game design. Well, I think the mechanic, like now that, like knowing about the mechanic doesn't make it good. It just makes it avoidable. Which I don't think it makes it a good mechanic. I'm gonna go up here and kill the guy. I think he's like right up there. Kind of good thing you can't do a 5-man content 9 days in. Agree with you, dumbass train, vision's pointless. Even without it, the damage y'all are putting out would have taken ages to kill it. I think we could have killed it. Like, if we had like an open arena, we would have killed the boss. I think so, at least. Perpy boy. 479, piece of shit. Okay, nice. I completed all of them. Get out of here. I gotta log off. Last turn has different opinions about the game. I've enjoyed. No, I have to get him to 60. And you thought the experience was fantastic. Would you say that's rare? I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of streamers, like, in my opinion, I wouldn't really take a random streamer's opinion about a game very seriously. Most streamers' opinion about a game is based primarily around how well their stream did during that game. So, like, if their stream does well during the game, they think it's a good game. If the stream doesn't do well during the game, it's a bad game. It's literally that simple. Oh, fantasy cap. I mean, like, yeah, I think a lot of people would assume that's the way I would feel about Final Fantasy, and I think the fact that I've played it so much off stream probably indicates that's not the case, but it definitely makes it easier to like the game if the viewers like it. I'd say that for sure. Streamers are children's entertainers. Don't ask them for advice. Or are you a child then? Because, like, if you, well, then why are you watching a children's entertainer? Yeah, what is this? Is this a no self-awareness Andy? Another one, yeah. Is that the I'm watching, not taking advice? I think that, like, so let me ask you something. Whenever you're looking for patrician discourse on your favorite MMORPG, where do you go if who do you listen to instead of that? Who do you think is a good person to listen to for about, like, a game like New World, for example? Alex Jones. Anyone who's 100% unbiased. So then you don't listen to anyone. Nobody's 100% unbiased about anything, really. Yeah, it's not how it works. No, I think the person never responded, honestly. Because like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? That streamers categorically are bad sources to find information from. Which is like really, the truth is that like a lot of streamers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, sure. It's the same as like a lot of the game journalists. Like some game journalist plays this game and gets to level 12 and talks about how good it is or how bad it is. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut up, delete your article. It's the same thing as a streamer, right? But, yeah, gaming journalists, etc. But I think that there are streamers, like, for example, like Shroud. I would take Shroud's opinion on this game very seriously because he's played it so much. I think it depends on the person. And also, like, he has other, you know, he's played other games, you know, that are like New World. He's played, like, WoW, he's played Guild Wars, I'm pretty sure, etc. Yeah, he's played a lot. Yeah, he understands games seriously. Yeah, FX Your Life. I don't really know about them very seriously. All I know is that they embed their stream, the Legal View bot. That's literally the only thing I know about them. So, still writes on Classic every week. Yeah, there you go. People more and more are paid to be biased, streamers and journalists alike. I miss it whenever everybody had opinions to put on the internet. I think that a lot of people were always biased and you just didn't see it as much as you do now. Yeah, I think people are always biased. Can't take hashtag ads serious though. Yeah, I can understand that. I think that the best way to watch a sponsored stream is to not really listen to what the streamer says. Just watch the gameplay and see if it's good. Because like a lot of the sponsored streams have like non-disparagement clauses and things like that that require you to not say bad things about the game while you're playing it. So like for example, I've watched sponsored streams and then I played a game after I saw the stream. I'm like, this looks pretty good, I'll play it. And then there's other times I see a sponsored stream and I'm like, man, I hope they're paying this guy a lot of money because it's garbage. But it's like, I understand why it happens, all that stuff. True, mainstream gaming websites, journalists, now just paid to advertising, games getting 10 out of 10 and then being shit is just ridiculous. Yeah, I think there's a pretty big disconnect between like just in general, like the public and journalism, and gaming is no exception to that. Line of tactics to sponsor stuff, they only do things they feel confident in. Well, that's kind of like the perspective that we had with like Chipotle, for example. Like Chipotle is like I go to Chipotle once a week. Probably more than that sometimes. Like probably once every 5 days. So like whenever we were going to get a partnership with them, I was really happy about that because it's like, this is a product that I legitimately support and I have like Well, not anymore. I threw away all my drinks on my desk today. But before that, I have, you know, a bunch of drinks on my desk to... Yeah, I told you, man. I can see Amazon dropping the price of New World. No, I don't think that they will right now. But yeah, maybe to compensate with microtransactions, you're right. Game journalists most pathetic job you can have. No, I don't think that's the case. I think people like Total Biscuit did a great job. It just depends on the person, as always. So, like, there's other things, too, that I had wanted to get sponsorship with. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I'll just say it. It doesn't really matter that much. We were looking to get a sponsorship with, like, a headphone company, and one of the ones that we were looking at was, like, personally, the headphones that I use is Sennheiser headphones, and they're the ones I've used for years now. And I was like, well, we should go and we should look to see if we can get a sponsorship with them, because these are the best headphones I've ever had. Like, these are the thing is, though, is like, they're expensive. And that's the thing, like, these are expensive headphones. Like, they're $250. So, it's like, are these better than, like, the Corsair or SteelSeries headphones? They might have a better quality, but they might also be 3 times as much money. So it's hard to say. $250 is cheap. I mean, $250 is very cheap for a good pair of headphones. Like, if you're talking about, like, a legitimately good pair of headphones, that can go up to $800. But, like, I mean, but that's, like, I'm talking about, like, that's, like, really, really high level, even more. Yeah, but, like, that price you're buying it at that point to, like, offset the R&D for, like, that technology at that point, because it's so early on in the development. It's usually, like, what happens. Azur's, like, 1200, yeah. What do you need that for MMO games? I like that the fact... there's a lot of reasons why I like my headphones. NMPs. Yeah, NMP is going to find a way to spend too much money on anything. He'll find a way to put a zero behind any fucking price and act like it's that much better. Well, I know how he is. I gotta deal with him every day. Try for Bose. Yeah, I was gonna buy that, but I decided to go with Sennheiser because it had a headphone in there. Let's see what they say. We got a Biden, a Harambe. Me, Biden, Trump. 2 Bidens and Trump. Stop the count. So plan transfer Olympus? Yeah, at some point. More important in New World, we troll 60. Proper good raid, PvP, do BGs. Just do what you want to do. That's what you should do. Jump cancel mining note? Yeah, I'll do that soon. Anyway, I gotta go to bed, guys. I'm gonna be up probably tomorrow morning earlier. We actually, speaking of Chipotle, we have an event we're doing for them tomorrow. I think it's on Mizkif's channel. I don't even... No, maybe it's not. It's either on his channel or the Chipotle channel. Either way, like, I'll tweet it out. And I was hoping to do, like, an IRL stream before I go over there. And, or it's actually not before I go over there, like, while I'm over there, because we're going to do it at a venue. And, hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow for you guys. You'll be able to watch it. The Chipotle channel? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, you guys watch that tomorrow. And I'll probably be back online in a few hours to do that. And get some sleep for now. Is there any sort of ETA for a mainstream? There is no ETA for a mainstream. I have no idea what's going on. And, I'll let you know whenever I know. Yeah, as I said, it's been a pretty rough time, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's really been a great distraction in that time. It's been great for me to just be able to just go live and forget about everything. So I appreciate it, guys. I'll see y'all later.